If I were to say what I hate the most, it would no doubt be the concept of authority. Why? I will explain everything in this video, but first listen to my story of my master thesis supervisor. So yeah, when I was going on my master degree in Japanology, I heard there was this professor, of course I will not say her name, but there was this professor who is like probably the worst professor, the worst supervisor you can imagine. But I was like, well, I want to write about literature because I love literature. So I go there, I go on her seminar, and I will somehow manage. This is what I thought. I was so wrong. Just listen to this short story. I sent her the fragment of my thesis. It was like in February, I guess. Later, in like few months later, she told me that she didn't even get this like short extract, one chapter. But later, when I finished all of my thesis, like with everything that needs to be there, I sent her to check it, and she checked. But she checked this little fragment, this little like chapter I sent her in February. She claimed she did not have, that I did not send her this. And since then, since February, I changed my thesis a few times, so of course it was outdated. And I like wrote this to her in an email, and she was mad. She said that I have to like read her copy that she corrected, that was like outdated, and my actual copy, and word by word check where are the errors. And it was a grueling task. Of course I didn't want to do this because I didn't have to do this. I did my part of the deal of being supervised. I wrote a thesis, and now I needed my supervisor to check it. So I politely said that I don't need to do it, and that's her work to check the whole thesis, and not only this chapter that is outdated by a few months. And then she wrote with kind of aggression that she won't allow my thesis to be defended, to be presented, if I don't do it. So I, again, politely wrote her that according to the Polish law and according to the status of university, she has no right to don't allow my thesis if the reason is blatant organization mistakes on her side. And there was many. And then she wanted me to call her, which I did because it was like 9 p.m. by the way, and because I kind of thought that maybe she wants a quick explanation, it would be quicker on the phone than writing emails. And she was telling me indirectly that I am stupid, indirectly that I didn't write this thesis myself, and calling my thesis the worst and so on, like a little child. Really, like a little child. And then I finally seen with my eyes that I don't have to do it. I don't even have desire to present my thesis, to defend my thesis. I think that the master degree means nothing right now, but I kind of wanted to do it because I was proud of the thesis I wrote. So I changed the supervisor. It took some time and it took some money by me repeating the semester again just to defend my thesis. But I did it. It was also a grueling task. But what did I learn? By this process, I learned that this professor is an authority to many Japanese scholars in Poland and probably abroad too, to many like students, that if she's an authority, if she's old, and if she was learning Japanese for quite some time, then she's kind of a deity to them, kind of a goddess, and it is like really hard to believe, because my view on authorities is that I hate them, and I even hate them more because of this situation. There are people who are like mocking her and like laughing at her and criticizing her when she was not around, and when she only appeared in a class or somewhere, and then they were like worshipping her. And even other scholars, they all treat her as if she was like, she didn't make any mistake ever, like she haven't made any mistake ever, and she was all-knowing and almighty, like a god. Really, this is what I don't understand about authorities, that many people treat them like gods. And this story kind of triggered me to change my views on authorities even more, to a radical side of hating them. And why? Let me explain why. First, blind obedience. Because this is what they want. This is what parents, what teachers often want from you. They don't take no for an answer. They don't ever think that they can be wrong. And it is like an illness, really like a mental illness, because every thinking person who like acknowledges that we are just human and we make mistakes, understands that making errors, like failing and making mistakes, is like a human thing to do. This is what I also want to teach you in like through my videos and everything I really do in the internet. But these kind of authorities kind of like make many young people fear failure, fear trying new things, and they just make you like, they make you scared. They say you that failure is scary, and they even don't need to tell you this, because if you fail like with their expectations, or if they wanted you to do it and you didn't do it because A, you weren't able to, or B, you didn't want to, and you don't have to listen to any authorities. They will criticize you. They can even destroy your life, like probably with more like this kind of professor kind of stuff. Maybe a normal teacher wouldn't, but they can too, or parents also. I mean, this kind of old authorities like teachers and parents, and nowadays authorities like internet gurus and so on, they all have in common that they don't want to be wronged, even if they are wrong. And they kind of treat you well if you obey them. If you blindly obey them, they will treat you good. Sometimes they will criticize you again, like this supervisor. There was a girl in my year that was doing everything the supervisor told her, and she was criticized even despite of it. So I don't really see a reason to try and not to change supervisor. And they kind of keep you addicted to it. So this may be the reason so many people still have authority, because this is kind of an addiction. You want your authority, your, I don't know, parent, your teacher, or someone on the internet kind of be proud of you, but they never will be proud of you. This is like the parent who, like, I heard a lot of stories from my friends, and personally me, I also like experienced that parents often treat you like their trophy, and if you are performing good at school, if you have good grades, if you go to university, if you do something they consider like good, they will treat you like their trophy and like boast about you to their friends, to their same-minded friends, that still kind of think that going to university is the best thing you should do as a young man, as a young person. And yeah, you are not the child, you are not like a separate human being who also has wills, has desires, has like other view on different things and other knowledge, because he's living right now and you were, and he's living right now and understand everything that is like happening around them. They are just trophy for the most of parents. Maybe not most, but most of the parents I know. Yeah, maybe I am kind of unlucky in this matter. I hope so, because I don't want so many parents to think such way of their children. So yeah, authorities don't want you to become better, don't want you to like grow. Because you grow through failing, and authorities deny any fail. They don't allow you to fail, to make a mistake. Everything needs to be by their like desire. If not, you are just trash, and then you are not worthy of like them being your authority, and they keep you addicted. So blind obedience is the first thing I hate about most of the authorities. Then comes the fall, because every authority falls sooner or later. It was a story from my like middle school where I was bullied in school pretty hardly. I was depressed, and I didn't have any help back then. But I was kind of doing good at school, so it was the thing that I concentrated on, and all the teachers were kind of my authority back then. I believe that teachers are good, they are teaching you, they are like providing knowledge, and when I treat them with respect, if I treat them well, they will treat me well too. But then I kind of started to see that teachers are siding with my bullies more and more, and that they don't really do their job. They don't protect children, like vulnerable children, like I was back then in my middle school. And then the authority shattered, and I became even more depressed back then. I kind of stopped going to school even at the last year of my middle school, and it was a really tough time because I broke with my addiction. Authorities are an addiction just like any other, and there are these withdrawal symptoms when you kind of see that your authority fell, like teachers, your parents. You finally start to see that they are not that good for you, or they are just other humans, but they don't acknowledge that they are humans and they think they are right 100% of the times, and you obsess over them. You obsess over them when they are with you, if you treat them as your authorities, and when they fall, you still are obsessed over it because something big is missing from your life, because these authorities kind of are like these parasites that grab onto you, and then when they fall, you kind of don't know what to do, really. And this is also connected to the recent, maybe not so recent when you will see this video, but it is recent to me, a recent fall. I don't know if it was a fall of Hamza, who like it came to the daylight that he's taking steroids and so on and so on, and many people are like shocked. How could this happen? And what was my reaction to this? Well, okay, I kind of respected him, and I still do, because I still think that he's teaching a lot of good stuff to people. But I don't treat anyone as an authority, so I don't have a mental breakdown every time someone I respect, someone I kind of listen to, but not to everything they have to say. If they fall, if they make a mistake, if some dark secrets of their life comes to the daylight, I don't have a mental breakdown because I don't really believe 100% into any person, because I don't have authorities. Yeah, and I am doing fine. I am doing really great. And you will also be fine. You will be fine alone. So learn from others. Of course, I don't tell you. I don't want you to tell you to do everything by yourself. Listen to others. Listen to your teachers. Listen to your parents. Listen to your internet gurus that you respect. But don't listen to every one of their words, or listen, but don't always follow them. This is what I want you to do, because having authorities, having someone who you think is right 100% can be devastating to you. Yeah, because of these reasons I told you earlier in this video. But having a few people, having a few of people that you respect and you think of them as mentors, but not 100% accurate mentors, and then you can gain a lot from it. I am the kind of guy who kind of looks at every side of every situation, at the voice from right side, at the voice from left side, from the middle, and so on. And I always choose, I don't respect a person really. I respect what the person says, if it is worth to be respected. So yeah, I don't treat a person as an authority. I kind of take what he says and I try it on myself if I think it is worth trying on myself. And if it works, then I am grateful that I listened to them and did it. But I am not blindly obedient, and I don't follow everything person that I respect says. So don't let them decide for yourself. Don't let authorities take over your life and decide for yourself. Do it yourself. You can do it. You are grown-up man. Take responsibility for your own life too, because this is one step to the life of freedom, to being fear-proof. And don't get caught in a cage of authority. If you want to fight authorities, if you want to fight your fears that maybe some authorities brought onto you, you don't have to do it alone. You can do it with us in Fearproof Academy, our private community. You can join in the description. You can also go join my newsletter to get free Fearproof Challenge Generator, a tool that will give you some challenges you can do, and you don't have to think about them. You just need to act. And if you're interested in what is the common point between Japanese literature and inaction, watch this video right here. Stay fearproof.